Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Rose Outdoors. We got a good one for you today. Got a country music legend right here. Tracy Bryd is in town. He's in Tunica, Mississippi, playing for the folks in the Delta.
Yes, sir, tonight.
Tonight.
But today.
Man, we're gonna have some fun out there bass fishing today. I knew Tracy was a bass fishing freak. You know, he used to host several shows on the outdoor, several of them.
Yeah.
Pro Team Journal, Strike Kings Pro Team Journal, and other shows. He's done so much in the media world. I'm just honored to have him out here fishing with me today. I've always been a big fan of his music, but he's just a cool guy, just a laid-back, good old country boy that loves bass fishing and hunting.
I do. And man, what a place. I mean, we looking around it, we're gonna catch some fish today.
Well, we're on an old oxbow on the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about it driving over. The fish in this part of the world don't live out on that Mississippi River. They get back in these oxbows. We're gonna be back in one of them today. We've had some rain, but it doesn't look like there's bad runoff. The water got that good algae bloom to it. Look like they might eat a little spinnerbait and a buzzbait and a little flipping apparatus today. So
that'd be a lot of fun.
Don't go away. Hang on just a second. I got something for Tracy right here.
What?
We got Tracy. Thanks to the good folks at Midway USA and Mark Rose, we got him. Look here.
Oh.
Team Lou's Signature Series Mark Rose jig worm rod and a Lou's Hyper Mag.
Oh, man.
We're going to put a flipping weight on that today and let you jack a couple with it.
I'm ready. Let's do it, buddy.
I'm looking forward to it, man. Thank you for being a guest on the show.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Y'all stay tuned. We're going to catch them today. Come on, let's go for a good ride.
Brother, it's a long road from Amistad to Toho. Doesn't matter which way you go, the miles are all the same. When you finally get there, when you pull the cover off, then it's time to get a little bit lost out on the lake. Gonna bag this boat into the water, find a way to win a couple dollars. Weatherman says there's a cold front coming down. Bring it on, I've seen it all by now. I can catch them shallow, I can catch them deep. Open water or the back of the creek. The wind and rain to me, it's all the same. I make a living playing this game, and I thank the Lord above every time I can. I get to be a fisherman.
Man, how cool was this show, y'all, having Tracy Bryd. I mean, a legend in the entertainment industry and country music. Man, I've been listening to his music for a while. I don't mean that to say he's old or nothing. I'm just saying that I'm a big fan of Tracy Bryd, and he's been out there, a lot of great hits. Yeah, Tracy wanted to come out here and do a little bass fishing, and we were obliged to have him on Rose Outdoors. Man, what a blessing to have such a big name in the entertainment world to be on the show with us. If you drink, don't drive, do the watermelon crawl. Have fun, you all, and do the watermelon crawl. I might get Tracy to do the watermelon crawl today. We might get a little sample of the watermelon crawl. Can you do it?
Absolutely.
I didn't know if that was just for the girls in the video.
No, man. I can do it.
So you got a lesson down there while you was in Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what was that? I didn't feel like no bass cat seat. So when we knew he was coming to Tunica, we had to, you know, we didn't want to have him driving all over into Arkansas, and so trying to make this real convenient, because he actually plays tonight. And he's out here, been driving from Beaumont, Texas all night, and come out here and shot with us. So we knew we had to have something close. We had an oxbow right here on the Mississippi River, and man, this was fun, taking me back to my roots in music and in the way that we're fishing today. So a lot of fun.
Hey! All right. There we go. There we go.
Just had to put that old rage bug up in there around that cypress root.
Yes, sir.
He was right there in that little tight. You notice how every bite we've had today been real tight?
Been right up against the structure and the bank almost.
I wish I had a nickel for every fish I've caught on a Strike King rage bug.
Oh man, they've caught a lot, hadn't they?
Yeah, well, that's a chunk. Pretty fish.
Yes, sir. Well, all right, Mark, you broke the ice. We got it rolling now. Now we're gonna start catching them.
The only thing we got figured out is they're tight to the bank.
Bass fishing was one of the first things I remember doing. I mean, we cane poles with minnows catching bass with my grandmother, and I fell in love with it way back then when I was about that tall. And I gave it up for about 25 years just because of other demands of life, you know, touring and working and family and everything else. I quit bass fishing, and I missed it so much. And about 5, 6 years ago, I said, you know what, I'm gonna start bass fishing again. And I picked up right where it left off. Probably love it more than I loved it back then. I just it's the one thing I can do that kind of I can focus on it, and I can kind of let everything else go for a few hours. And nothing else that I do achieves that. But when I get out on the lake in my bass cat boat, I can let all that go.
That's why we brought the man from Beaumont, Texas.
Yeah. Oh, look at there. Yeah, and he ate it deep.
Come on, spinnerbait.
Spinnerbait. Strike King spinnerbait.
Spinnerbug.
I mean, he ate it way down there.
Man, he did eat
I mean,
golly bum.
I mean, he got it. But once again, I mean, right when it hit the water, first
right
turn of the handle. Yeah. I mean, he was right on the bank.
Nice
Bouncing,
fish,
got
Tracy.
himself off. Yes, sir. Take that braid with you. Yeah. Well, that was fun. Hey, there's another one. They decided to bite.
Got in the right area. Something happened. Oh, this is fun.
You ain't kidding, it is.
I take it you love this sport of bass fishing.
I love it.
Isn't it something how the joy of this sport can bring a pro bass fisherman and a country music singer together?
And you know what? It's brought, you know, presidents and
That's right.
actors and you know, politicians. Everybody, you know, if you get bit by this sport, and there's other fishing too. I mean, there's obviously all kinds of fishing, and some people love one more than other. But bass fishing, to me, has always been the one I'm passionate about. I mean, it's just what makes my
It's the one you can
my
go
heart
70
tick,
mile
you
an
know?
hour, stop, and then watch one eat a topwater bait.
Oh.
And then go 70 mile an hour and watch them eat
yeah.
topwater.
Yeah, boats are fun too, I gotta admit. the boats in bass fishing are fun. The bass cats. But yeah, man, I've loved this sport since I was a kid. That was my dream, literally, was when I was a teenager, was be a professional bass fisherman or a country singer. And
Well, let me just tell you, I don't blame your decision. I mean, although I love what I do, but
there you go.
the thing
again.
about
man,
the thing about look at here.
look at that. That's a little fry that up now.
That's right. The thing about singing, you can make enough money to do all the bass fishing you want to make, but let me tell you something, it's a grind out here if you're going to make it doing this.
Buddy, I know you guys work hard, and I know it's harder now than it ever was, I guess.
Yeah, there's no secrets out here on the Mississippi River on these oxbows, man. It's just fishing cypress trees and lay down, and some of them might have grass. And this lake, just pretty much what wood cover gets in front of you, you fish. On Rose Outdoors, you know, I started this show, this in millennial YouTube show or nothing. I don't have $5 million or 5 million followers or anything, but I wanted to do a traditional show that just good, clean entertainment and be a positive influence and maybe share something to either grow somebody stronger in their faith, stronger to their family,
Yes, sir.
or just help them learn a little something from me or one of my guests. So if you were that mentor to give words of wisdom to a young, whether it be a entertaining country music singer or anybody in the entertainment world when you're young, you've been there and done that. What advice would you give?
Man, what my advice would be is there are 1,000 traps you can fall in this business. And I mean life traps. I mean, it is anything goes out there,
Yeah.
It really is. It's and I fell into plenty of them. And I knew when I was falling into them that it wasn't the right thing to do. So my advice would be, when you feel like it ain't the right thing to do, don't do it.
It ain't.
And so basically, stick with your raising.
Right.
Don't forget. Don't get caught up in the speed and
Remember
and
where
how
you came
fast
from.
everything's moving and the glitz and the glamour. Remember where you came from. Remember what your mom and daddy taught you, and do that. Don't do what the other guys are doing.
Right.
And because that is, I mean, in the entertainment business, that is the catch. I mean, and it doesn't matter if it's music or film or whatever.
Or bass fishing.
Or bass. Well, good thing about bass fishing is, I think you're so tired by the time you get done in the day that you ain't got enough energy to do anything at night.
There's not as many temptations. Look at him. Look at him.
Get out of that bush. Golly.
Oh.
Got me in that bush and I couldn't get him out.
I'm telling you, you can be talking about encouraging something about life or faith
there
or
it goes.
family, and the fish start biting.
You think that's the Lord saying, good boy?
Yeah. I appreciate what y'all doing down there.
Here's your fish, but you're going to have to get him out of the bush.
But there's not a lot of the temptations in the forms of the things that there are probably in entertainment. But there are young fishermen coming along, and they can have success right out of the gate.
Yeah.
I think that this tournament that I was talking about, I finished third in that tournament. I won $25,000. It helped me get my start. But had I won the $100,000 right out of the gate, there's no telling what type of pride would have welled up in me, or just instant money that and so.
Because it can get you.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's a natural, thing, but if it's, that's what I'm saying. If you could tell somebody and let them know it's coming,
Yeah.
well then you can be prepared for it.
That's right.
And I'm sure it's that way, and not just in entertainment or fishing. It's that way in a whole lot of things in life. But that would be my advice. Listen to that voice.
Well, that's a good one.
Got him that time, though.
Get him.
A little better fish, I think. I ain't better. Just had his mouth open.
Attaboy.
Quick release,
Oh,
quick
look.
release. I forgot to tell y'all that I practice quick release
Hey, that's some talent right there.
to protect the fish. I want them out of the water as little as I can possibly get them.
Right.
So if his mouth is over the gunnel, he's considered a catch.
Yeah. I like it. Conservation.